It's just for dramatic effect. Don't think it's anything bad or worse than that. It is 6 p.m. and we will now, there's a special call city council meeting today. Notice is hereby given that the above call meeting of the governing body of the city of Balcones Heights, Texas, will be held on Friday, May 9th, 2025 at 6 p.m. in the Justice Center, located at 3300 Hillcrest Drive, Balcones Heights, Texas 78201, to consider and act upon any lawful subject which may come before said meeting, including, among others, the following items to be discussed and acted upon. We're going to call to order in accordance of a quorum. In this particular proceeding, a quorum is not necessary. Just two members of the governing body. We were hoping to have a quorum, but the other members that were in the election are not here. So the council members. So myself and Councilman Burton and Mr. Valverde constitute enough numbers to continue.
That is correct. Under the election code for canvassing the election, you are correct. This
Absolutely.
is all you need for a quorum.
Okay, so we will now move on to any public comment period. We only have one, but I've been advised we will cover that at the end of the agenda. Just in case, does anybody want to come up and speak as a citizen for any reason? Even if the form was not filled out, I'm willing to, and anyone can come on up if you want to say anything. Okay, let's move forward. So I need to read just in case, just to make sure that the proper adherence to the agenda, Open Meetings Act. So the public comment period, at this time, citizens who have filled out a registration form prior to the start of the meeting may speak on any topic they wish to bring to the attention of the governing body, so long as the topic is not on the agenda for this meeting. During the citizens to be heard section, no council action may take place, and no council discussion or response is required to the speaker. Citizens who wish to speak on a specific agenda item, when that item is called for discussion, must first fill out a registration form prior to the start of the meeting, indicating which agenda item they wish to address. In this case, there's no one, so we'll move forward. The business items. Items number 1. City Council will canvass and tabulate the official returns of the general election held in Balcones Heights, Texas on Saturday, May 3rd, 2025. So here's the summary results of that report. For Council, place 3, City of Balcones Heights, we had Juan Manuel Lecea Jr. The total amount of the votes were at 100. The votage percentage that he drew was 47.85%. On election day, he had 21 votes. He had 2 absentee votes. And at the early voting, he had 77. Jimmy Hernandez, councilman-elect, had a total of 109 votes. He carried 52.15% of the vote. On election day, he had 41 votes. He had no absentees. And on early voting, he had 68. The total amount of the votes in early voting was 145. On election day, it was 62. There was total votes cast in the election of 209. There were overvotes, which means if somebody does not want to vote, then they just don't vote. There was 0. On the undervotes is what referred to as a protest vote. They may vote in one of the other candidates' election categories, but they may not vote in the other one. So that would be called an undervote. And there were 7 undervotes. On election day, there was 1 and 6 on early voting, which totals 7 total. So the winner in that context was Mr. Jimmy Hernandez, our new councilman-elect, with 52.15% of the vote. Congratulations, Councilman-elect Hernandez. For Council Place 4, City of Balcones Heights, we have the candidate, which was the councilman, the incumbent Mark Sines, at a total of 98 votes. There was 47.80% of the vote that he got. On election day, he had 21 votes, 2 for absentee and early voting, he had 75. Mr. Ebersol, Tracy Ebersol, had a total of 107 votes. Correction, let me clarify that. 107 votes, and he had 52.20% of the vote. On election day, he carried 37 votes. He had no absentee votes, and in early voting, he carried a total of 70 votes for a total of 107 to Mark Sines 98. Mr. Ebersol was the winner of that election, and he is now a councilman-elect until he takes his oath. Congratulations, Mr. Ebersol. And of course, the total vote cast is the same as all candidates will be 205 votes. There were no overvotes. There were undervotes of 11. There on election day, there was 5, and on early voting was 6, a total of 11. For council place 5, City of Balcones Heights, we had Mr. Rudy Flores III, who was a candidate who drew 94 votes. He drew 45.85% of the vote. On election day, he had 23 votes. He had 2 absentee. In early voting, he had 69 for a total of 94. Miss Molly Weaver, who is the councilwoman-elect, drew 111 votes, 54.15% of the vote, 15%. On election day, she had 35 votes, no absentees. Early voting, she drew 76 votes for a total of 111 votes. Total votes cast, 205 like everyone else. Election day, 58. Early voting was 145 totals. There were overvotes of none for her, undervotes 11. Election day, there was 5, early voting 6, total 11 undervotes. The City of Balcones Heights Proposition A, there was 95 votes for a vote of 45.02% of the vote. Election day drew 30 votes, no absentees, early voting 65. Against the measure was 116 votes, 54.98% of the percentage, 29% on election day, 29 votes on election day, 2 absentee votes, and 85 in early voting for a total of 116 against the 95 for the measure. So there were total votes cast in that election for that proposition of 211 votes, 59 on election and 2 in absentee and early voting of 150. There were no overvotes. Undervotes were 5 on a total, 4 on election day, no absentee, and early voting 1, which equals 5 undervotes. So that motion carried for the proposition of A to pass for against. Okay. Do we need to read the registered voters total? No. Okay. No statistics, nothing like that. Okay. And that concludes the summary.
We just need a motion and second to approve the canvassing.
Right. So we have a motion on the floor, entertaining a motion from the council members.
So moved.
Okay. Councilman Jack Burton, so moved. We have a second.
Second.
Councilman Valverde is second. I'll go ahead and call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries with 2 votes for the aye. And the votes have now been tabulated and confirmed. So now let's move over to the statement of officers, and oath of office will be given to the newly elected officials. So we will start with the oath of office first. For council place 3, the Honorable Jimmy Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez? So, Mr. Hernandez, as the presiding officer and the mayor and chief executive officer of the city of Balcones Heights, would you raise your right hand, please? I,
Aye.
and repeat after me. I,
I-
Jimmy Hernandez,
Jimmy Hernandez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I have not directly
that I have not directly
or indirectly paid,
or indirectly paid,
offered,
offered,
promised to pay,
promised to pay,
contributed,
contributed,
or promised to contribute any money
promised to contribute any money
or thing of value,
or thing of value,
or promised
or promised
any public office or employment
any public office or employment
for the giving
for the giving
or withholding
or withholding
of a vote
of a vote
at the election
at the election
at which I was elected,
at which I was elected,
or as a reward
or as a reward
to secure my appointment
to secure my appointment
or confirmation,
or confirmation,
whichever the case may be.
whichever the case may be.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay? Your title of position to which you've been elected, sir, and appointed by and trusted by the citizens of Balcones Heights is Council Place 3.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So if you're under penalty of perjury, I declare that I have read the foregoing statement and the facts stated therein are true, and I'm the officer that will be signing it for you. Permit me?
We also have to do the oath of office at
Yeah.
the, yeah, Yeah.
So,
do the oath, yeah.
here it is. So here is the oath of office. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, I, Jimmy Hernandez,
In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, I, Jimmy Hernandez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties
execute the duties
of the office of Council Place 3
of the office of Council Place 3
for the city of Balcones Heights
for the city of Balcones Heights
in the state of Texas,
in the state of Texas,
and will,
to
to the best of my ability,
the best of my ability,
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state
and of this state
and the city of Balcones Heights.
and the city of Balcones Heights.
So help me God.
So help me God. All right.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Let me just sign it and officially make you the council member.
Okay.
Because without this signature, you're still councilman elect.
Okay.
Okay. So I administer the oath. There it is, my signature. And you will sign as the affiant right there. Fantastic. And let's do the other document to make it official as well, the statement of the officer. This is where he will sign on the statement of the officer. So, Councilman Hernandez, if you could please sign its signature of the officer. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. He is your new councilman. There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Here, your beautiful certificate to go ahead and put it in the deal. Yes, ma'am. Of course, absolutely. Oops, so sorry. Get that for you. This is Jimmy's family, his son, his wife, Ruby, and their daughter. Yeah. My grandbaby.
And grandbaby,
And
yeah.
grandbaby.
Ready, 1, 2, 3, one more. Beautiful. Here with the family. Here you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more time. Thank you. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I just want to take a minute to address, well, good evening, everyone. Standing before you today as your newly elected city council member, it is both an honor and a responsibility that I cherish deeply. I want to begin by sincerely thanking the voters of our community. Your trust and support have made this moment possible, and I am truly grateful for the opportunity to serve you. To my supporters, your encouragement, hard work, and belief in our shared vision have been a constant source of inspiration. Thank you for standing by me every step of the way. And most importantly, I want to thank my family. Your love, your patience, and your unwavering support have been my foundation. I could not have reached this milestone without you. As I take on this role, I am filled with hope and determination. I look forward to working together to make a positive difference in our community. I am committed to listening, learning, and leading with integrity and compassion. I invite every resident and business owner to reach out to me with your concerns, suggestions, and questions. My door is always open. Your voice matters. Together, we can build a brighter future for everyone. Thank you for this incredible opportunity. Let's get to work.
All right, yay. Take your seat, Councilman. So now I have the honor again to call another councilman-elect to the podium. Councilman-elect Tracy Ebersol. Mr. Ebersol, congratulations on your hard work and joining the team of the city of Balcones Heights. Repeat after me with your right hand up. We will do the statement of officer. I, Tracy Ebersol,
Tracy Ebersol,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
or affirm that I have not directly
that I have not directly,
or indirectly
indirectly
paid,
paid,
offered,
offered,
promised to pay,
promised to pay,
contributed,
contributed,
or promised
promised
to contribute
to contribute
any money
any money
or
or
thing of value,
thing of value,
or
or
promised any public office
promised any public office
or employment
or employment
for the giving
for the giving
or withholding
or withholding
of a vote at the election
at the election
at which I was elected,
at which I was elected,
or
or
as a reward
as a reward
to secure my appointment
to secure my appointment
or confirmation,
or confirmation,
whichever the case
whichever the case
may be,
may be,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Title of your position to which you've been elected and appointed is Council Place 4. So if you can sign right here, you will officially be the councilman, and I will give you the oath of
Right
office.
here.
Right. And I'm taking it easy on you guys because when I was elected back in the early 80s, 89, 90, as a 26-year-old councilman, the person that gave me my oath just went crazy with the wording. And I just could not. I was so nervous. I want to take it easy on you guys by a couple of words at a time. So we will go ahead and do now the oath of office. Mr. Ebersol, Councilman Ebersol, please repeat after me. I, Tracy Ebersol, with your right
I,
hand,
Tracy Ebersol,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute
execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of council,
of council,
place 4,
place 4,
for the city of Balcones Heights
for the city of Balconies Heights
in the state of
in
Texas,
the state of Texas,
and will,
and will,
to the best
to the best
of my ability,
my ability,
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the
the
Constitution
Constitution
and the laws
and the laws
of the United
of
States
the United States
and of this state
and of this state
and the city of Balcones Heights.
and the city of Balconies Heights.
So help me God.
So help me God.
If you can just sign right here, and I'll sign right after you, the affiant. Okay. Congratulations, Councilman. You are now official, the council member of Place 4. Congratulations.
Do I bring my family up here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Close friends, when you're 68, your friends become your family. You better
May I
come up
please have the
front.
other form?
See you.
There you go. There you go. Let's get, yeah. 1, 2, 3. One more. One, two. Okay. One, yes, one more time. There you go. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Thank you.
And now officially councilman. And last but not least, the lady of the house. I'm calling Miss Molly Weaver. Councilwoman-elect, Place 5. So the first thing we're going to do is we will do the same thing as Mr. Ebersol. We're going to, then I'll go slow for you. Okay. There you go. You got it. Statement of officer. Raise your right hand. I, Molly Weaver,
Molly Weaver,
do
do
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I have not directly
that I have not directly
or indirectly
or
paid,
indirectly paid,
offered,
offered,
promised to pay,
promised to pay,
contributed,
contributed,
or promised to contribute any money
or promised to contribute any money
or thing of value,
or thing of value,
or promised any public office
or promised any public office
or employment
employment
for the giving
for the giving
or withholding
withholding
of a vote
vote
at the election
at the election
at which
at which
I was elected,
I was elected,
or as a reward
or as a reward
to secure
to secure
my appointment or confirmation,
or confirmation.
whichever the case may be,
This may be,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Title of position to which you've been elected and appointed is Council Place 5. So let's sign this right here. Would it be, I forget now, the signature officer is mine or hers? It's hers, you right here,
It's like
right
right
there.
here.
Yep. Put your John Han, or your Molly Hancock.
Put John Henry. Here's Bill Henry.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll do one more. The oath of office. And I need to sign this just in case so I don't forget. Okay. All right, Molly, the oath of office. Again, with your right hand up. This is the oath of office in the name and the authority of the state of Texas.
In the name and the authority of the state of Texas.
I, Molly Weaver,
I, Molly Weaver,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute
execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Council Place 5
of Council Place 5
for the city of Balcones Heights
for the city of Balcones Heights
in the state of Texas
in the state of Texas
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and of this state
and of this state
and the city of Balcones Heights.
and the city of Balcones Heights.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're Molly Hancock there, Molly Weaver Hancock.
What happened to John?
Yeah, I know. All right. Here we go. Signature of person administrating is me. Okay. Congratulations, Councilwoman. Place 5. You're at. Congratulations.
I found my sister.
Of course you can. Bring your family up here.
Here you go. I need you over here. You allow- And Miss Letty.
Want to take a picture?
You too, Mayor. Just you two.
Okay.
First.
Yes. Oh, that's okay. You have the oath? Certificate? One more time.
Now we come in.
One, two, three. One, two, three. Okay. One, two, three.
Conclude the installation of the officers.
Here you go.
Councilman Hernandez wants to take a picture with his family, his mother and father.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, yes.
Face doesn't cut it in the password business. I am a professional. Ready? Chiefs?
We were. We will now move into the next item on the agenda is the certificate of appreciation. At this time, Councilman Valverde would like to say a few words before he departs from his position, or as he's departing.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, council, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you people may not know me, but I've been in council in and out since 2007. And I didn't believe in coming in and out by high demand. I had to come back from a lot of people. Anyway, I wanted to thank the residents for allowing me to serve you and this community. I also want to thank all employees for your hard work and dedication to this city. Congratulations to the new elected council members. Voters have decided who they wish to serve them in this community. Mayor and council, with all due respect, for the last 12 months, unprofessional, deplorable, and embarrassing behavior has been in place. These actions have delayed progress in our city. I hope this behavior does not continue and everyone stays professional and leaves out personal feelings and vendettas. Let the residents see a fresh start and work together to initiate the plans and ideas mentioned on the newsletters and campaign flyers. For the past 12 months, there has been a lot of blame on the former leadership for mismanaging taxpayers' money by making a bad decision on Wonderland of the Americas, investment by some residents and council members. Indeed, this deal turned out to be a bad decision, but with a good intention of making up for the red light camera revenue lost. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But I wouldn't be too quick to judge or blame. It seems everyone is focused on the past and not paying attention to the present. In my opinion, mismanaging taxpayers' money seems to be present, and many people don't see it. For example, willing to pay $36,000 for a company to hire a city administrator and city secretary when the city has been doing their own hiring. Unnecessarily paying approximately $13,000 as of today for preparation of an office in Wonderland. This is non-refundable. And if the council had not disapproved of this deal, it would have cost the city $55,000 for a 19-month lease, plus the monthly maintenance expenses. Payment for this lease was set up to be paid with the revenue distribution when and if the city ever received any. It seems a new lease contract for that office has been renegotiated because it appeared in the April agenda, which has not been approved by council. As I have mentioned before at several council meetings, I have zero trust in the Wonderland partnership. And I am asking the council members to be very cautious with this partnership and not be fooled like the former leadership and I were. The new contract shows that Genera's partnership is offering an annual rent for $1. But let's not forget the monthly costs for water shield, common area, janitorial, insurance, and tax charges, which many people are not aware of and will increase during this 19-month lease. These costs will be approximately $22,000 for the new lease contract, plus the unknown final repairs for that office, plus the $13,000, which is non-refundable and which is already has been spent. So how is this not mismanaging taxpayers' money? How is this supposed to bring financial stability? Is it feasible for the city to pay for an office not utilized full-time daily? Why not utilize these funds on something more beneficial for the city. I have asked these questions before. Why is the partnership receiving revenue to pay their employees and seem they place revenue in their reserve account? Why is Balcones Heights, owning 46% of the partnership, not receiving revenue to make the loan payment? As of today, I have not heard any answers, which makes sense. It seems the partnership's only concern is that Balcones Heights continues to share the cost of maintenance. My suggestion is no revenue, no payment for maintenance, and no repairs or office lease. Thank you for your attention. God bless you, and God bless Balcones Heights.
Mayor, your microphone, please.
Um, Councilman David Sellers, former Councilman David Sellers, former Councilman Juan Licea.
Mr. Sellers. is
Sellers,
present, sir.
excuse me, that's right. Forgive me, I'm sorry. Councilman Sellers, David Sellers is not present. He didn't choose not to came, he chose not to came. He had something going on. Mr. Juan Licea, former councilman, is not present. And former Councilman Mark Sines is not present. So we will move forward. And the only thing I'd like to say before the adjournment is I want to begin by congratulating all those who were elected and reelected to serve on our city council in the May 3rd election. I offer my sincere appreciation to every candidate who stepped forward to serve our city and to every resident who participated in this important democratic process. Thank you to the voters of Balcones Heights. Your voice does matter, and your vote makes a difference. No matter the outcome of the election, whatever it's going to be, our city is the strongest when its residents remain informed, involved, and engaged. I encourage everyone to stay connected, ask questions, attend meetings, and help shape the future of our city. As we look ahead, we must recognize that the new normal coming out of Washington, D.C. means cities like ours will need to be increasingly creative and entrepreneurial to remain fiscally strong. Federal priorities are shifting, and that means local governments must be proactive in securing the resources we need to continue growing and thriving. To that end, I've been working very closely with our city administrator, Mr. Andy Jocelyn, our EDC chairman, Mr. Roger Enriquez, Professor Roger Enriquez, to explore and pursue new funding and grant opportunities that will help Balcones Heights prosper. Andy and Mr. Enriquez, Professor Enriquez, bring a fresh perspective and a strong background in municipal finance and development. Together with the council, we are committed to identifying strategic investments that will enhance city services, promote economic development, and improve the quality of life for all residents. We are actively working on projects that will transform and have a transformative impact on our community. Projects that not only serve the needs of our current residents, but also lay the groundwork for a more vibrant, sustainable, and future for generations to come. Balcones Heights has always been a community that punches above its weight. And I believe that with determination, unity, and vision, we will continue to move forward boldly and responsibly. Let's stay involved. Let's stay inspired. And let's continue working together to build a stronger Balcones Heights with gratitude as your mayor. Thank you. With that, that concludes our meeting.
Mayor,
And what's
Mayor,
this, ma'am?
excuse me. We have the,
Oh, the plaque,
the
that's
plaque,
right.
yes, for recognition.
Mr. Valdez, the city has presented you with this plaque in recognition of your service, hard work, and leadership in the community as council member place 5 for the city of Balcones Heights, May 2007 through May 2013, May 2016 through May 2025. If I may have the honor of presenting this plaque to you. You have- and it says, thank you for your service. Thank you, Mayor. Sir. Oh, I left my pen here. Please. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just one quick question.
Sorry. So when you get to the food.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
One quick comment, you council members. I hope you all work together and good luck.
I'd like to recognize while we're here, Mr. Mario Llano from VIA. He's an integral partner of ours in which we work together on the transportation for our community. And he's always been a great supporter of small suburban cities and other larger cities as well, like San Antonio. Thank you, Mario, for your presence here. And thank you all very much for being here. Now let's enjoy the party. Let's enjoy the celebration. We can motion to adjourn. May I have a motion? The little button is the one in the middle.
I make
Show
a
where
motion
it's
that we adjourn the meeting.
All right. You know where Ken-
I'll second.
Okay, we have a second from a first from Councilman Tracy Ebersol. We have a second from Councilman Hernandez. So we should, Ms. Weaver, where's she at? Oh, great. Okay. So all in favor, Ms. Weaver, you can just say in favor. You have to affirm. Aye. Okay, Mr. Ebersol,
Aye.
Mr. Hernandez,
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 4-0? That's right, because Mr. Seller's not here. Thanks. I'm so eager to get to the food. So the time is 6:43 p.m. This is the adjournment of the meeting. Thank you so much.